Hello, and welcome in everybody to another part of the Adventures of Morrighan and Initari through Heavensward, Part 3. If you're wondering where Part 2 is, Part 2 was a direct-to-YouTube video that I recorded and edited down. It actually just hit YouTube today. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I know it's been a little while since our last stream, but yeah, let's see what we can do. Let's hop on over to. There we go. Let me drag that back out just a smidge. Okay. Grab the controller. Switch back to Warrior.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Oh, look at that, Bridget. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. You have resubscribed for, or you've been subscribed for 6 months, but you've lost your streak, apparently. Because I didn't stream soon enough for you to redo it. But thank you. What are we doing? We gotta go to the High Bridge. But first, we're actually gonna go take a detour to the Gold Saucer. Oh, and while that does that, I didn't put that I was live in Discord. Copy link. Live now with part 3 of our adventures through. Why did I make that? Heavensward. There we go. Special update. I haven't been here in a while, apparently. But the only thing I care about is turning in my Cactopot Lotto. Nothing. Nothing. I had to do this before tomorrow because tomorrow is a new week. And we just randomize. Wait, why did I only buy 2? I need to buy another one. Randomize. Alright, now to the High Bridge, which will be in Eastern Thanalan. Still haven't quite gotten my Dark Knight to level 50 yet, but that's okay. I actually haven't played this character a lot off stream the last week. I think I did like 1 leveling roulette, but a lot of what I've been doing has been gathering and crafting on my main account, and we got quite a chunk of stuff gathered. It's pretty cool. And my wife last night beat Endwalker. So, the main expansion. She still has post-game and a bunch of stuff like that to do. But, it's pretty cool. I have been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. Yu Hase and his man are bound for Halatali. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hosen is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let us make haste and join him. You got it, bub. In search of Raban. Speak with Hosen. But yeah, so I've had a couple videos, I think 3, that have gone straight to YouTube instead of being streamed. And they were the first look at patch 6.3's, all of these are 14 videos, patch 6.3's MSQ, And then another one was patch 6.3 specific to the Alliance raid. And then the last one was Morrighan's part 2 of Heavensward. You come at a good time, my friends, but moments ago the traitor Ilberd arrived and entered Halatali. From this we may be certain that General Raban is being held within. There is no time to lose. General Alden may be executed at any moment. You must enter Halatali and free him from his captors. Please see to your preparations and tell me when you are ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. I am ready. Let's do this. Bum, ba-ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba-ba-da-bum, bum, ba-ba-dum.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Oh, voice acting. Hold on. Oh wait, no, I don't do that. I only did that on, yeah, we're fine.
Lady Ugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to record it. For a time I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Sorry, gotta adjust the angle of the screen.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Rauban is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
I mean, that would be very bad of us.
The three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you.
And like that, he's gone.
With me!
Keeping the flame alive, accepted. Dun, dun, dun. Not a soul from the Colosseum to be seen. This bodes ill. Hold on. Okay. Take the lead, Morrighan. I shall follow close upon you. Fine, let's sprint. Crystal Brave Lancer. And an archer.
Away with you!
Okay, they're a little tougher than I thought they would be. Let us be on our way again. Okay. Establish aggro. Kill the Conjurer.
Leave this to me.
Okay. The General, beware his captors. I mislike the look of this. General! You came. He is bound by some manner of magitech device, yet I dare not force it open. It may very well be booby-trapped. I have heard of such devices. The Crystal Braves will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. That will not be necessary. Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will not suffer for long. This poison will convey you swiftly unto the bosom of Thal, where I hope to join you after the passing of so many prosperous years. Alright. Confound it! The mist stifles my healing. Leave me. Save yourselves. We cannot let them escape, Morrighan. Force the gate. Beasts! The mist must be drawing them in. Ha! The way is clear. The mist remains. We must stop the source. I shall tend to the general. Pray see to the mist and the key. The Braves have the key. Bum 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 bum. Bum. Do do do. Acerbic jam. Took me forever the first time I ran this to find where this was. It's all the way back at the start and you have to go up some stairs. There, my sprint is back. Hall of the Provocateurs. Yeah, it's way up there. Establish the aggro. Not that it really matters that much in an instance, but still. Humming Atomizer. That takes care of the mist. You get it. The mist has cleared. Next, to find the key and free Raban. Come over here. Gotta get the Conjurer taken care of. because they annoyingly heal. Oh, they stunned me. I was like, why can't I attack? That would explain it. Oh, there's the key. Easy enough. The key! Take it to Raban! Okay. Okay. The music of the Halatali dungeon is pretty good. I do enjoy it. Bum 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 ba-dum. Bum ba-dum. This should end the duty if I remember correctly. It might not, because we might actually fight Yu Hase here. My thanks. Slowly, General. You are yet weak from your ordeal. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. I should have known. What are clever contrivances to the warrior of light? Well done, hero. Schloppe. Illbird. You mean to struggle on, then? Very well. If you would stand in my way, I will cut you down like all the rest. Come, scions, let's get this over with. Absolutely. The Sultana's assassins are here. Crystal Braves. To arms. I am no hero. Never was, never will be. My strength has left me.
I have you now.
It is nothing.
Alright, Yu Hase's down.
I'm not finished yet.
So is Legless Laurentius. And the Conjurer's gone. What was that? That was the weirdest little hop?
I'll tear you limb from limb.
No, you won't. You will try. Ilbert of the Dull Blade. I think that is the end of the duty.
This changes nothing.
It is over, Ilbert. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Do it. Alphino said so.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lass, you'd best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used? By the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves. They none of them care a whit what you want. Only what you can do for them.
Here's the thing. He's not wrong. Like, having a, okay, so I should probably clarify that I've beat this game with my main character, so there's gonna be spoiler talk probably. Everything you do is because someone told you to do it.
And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland, and I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing. If we ourselves are not free, free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Alamigo. Nothing!
You'll not get away!
Oh, but he already has, Alfino.
No, Master Alphino. Now is not the time.
We must save Raban.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
Well, what will you say? We stand with you. On your feet, gladiator. This fight is not over.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till it avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lass. Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
Hell yeah.
Are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope, but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without.
The general is safe. What news without? My lady, the gods have been subdued as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. Then Ilbert and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. General Alden, I presume, and the scions of the Seventh Dawn. Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the Waking Sands. Know that Master Urianger awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. This is no ruse, I assure you, General Alden. If you will come with me, I have prepared a carriage that you may travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. I thought I was gonna sneeze, and it still feels like it's right there. Oh. I have spoken with Urianger via link pearl. He confirms the man's story. Raban is in safe hands. Let us make our own way to Vesper Bay. Do I still have any of those tickets? We do. We do indeed. Ba-ba-dum, ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. What do you have? Oh, the Weaponsmith of Legend. We're not doing that. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forget who this messenger was from.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You.
Oh, yeah.
It was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthor, and member of the Syndicate.
Okay.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young lady, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
That would be correct.
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
That is a sneaky little bastard.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
How indeed?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Interesting, interesting. Sorry, I'm
Some manner of sedative.
distracted by
perchance,
reorganizing
of a
something over
potency
here.
sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Oh, did Urianger already finish that line?
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere. dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
I mean, that's...
Oh,
sounds
Nana.
reasonable.
I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Of course you won't.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck her grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana.
Are we
I
sure?
had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information and arranged this gathering.
Okay.
I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind. You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
Alfino. I had not counted on Prioress Dulala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more prescient. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Raban, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Uldar. We couldn't have done it without you, Morrighan. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I'll take the Ring of Fending, even though I don't need it. To siege or not to siege? Tataru? Yes, General Raban is now in safe hands. What? Another assault? Very well, we shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Javanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Terrapin and the others to investigate, and return with all haste to Ishgard. Alright, let's return to Foundation then. We go to House Four Toms, which will be at the last vigil. Bum, ba-ba-da-bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Raban short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city is awash with rumors of another Javanian attack, and Lord Hoshafant was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting inside for you, so you'd better head in. My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I am sure you are now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Mistress Initari, Master Levier, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mistress Tataru contact you by most direct means available. When the observatorium's bells... Wait, wrong person. And of course I clicked past it. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claim they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice: to remain in a besieged Ishgard, or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her wary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from this storm, but I for one grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Morrighan? I would stay and fight. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandoned our allies in their hour of need. The choice we make this day may have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tataru should have a say. Come, let us all meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
What you thinking, buddy?
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not? Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Estinian.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare.
Fair.
Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your alarms if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emeric. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
True. That would be very bad for
Indeed.
politics.
I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I am glad to be of service.
We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Aymeric will be willing to muzzle Ishgard forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Tataru, I would ask that you remain at Fort Arms Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir. I mean, they can walk the long way. We're gonna take the elevator. Boom, 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 boom. You would speak with the Lord Commander. Pray make it quick. Bum.
I want the defenses of the Outer Ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors. And unlike those messing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Well,
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Aymeric, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the Sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then, carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
awesome. We appreciate it, Sir Aymeric. Having secured Sir Aymeric's support, we may proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgardian attack, which is not to say we can afford to dither. History tells us that the Dravanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over the Lady Light Iceheart, and then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you are ready, Estinian, let us be about our task. The Knights of the Round Table.
such commotion?
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming.
That's what it seems like, sir.
Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution.
Interesting choices.
We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
Is it? Are you sure?
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thordan.
Okay. Before we set forth, we must needs inform Tataru of our plans. Then I shall await you at St. Raynet's Forum. Tell your friend we may be at some time. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Of that I need no reminding. Come, Morrighan, let us head back to Fort Tom's Manor. Welcome, Mistress Initari. Shall I show you inside the manor? Please do, sir. Please do. Our course is set, Tataru. It may be some time before Morrighan and I return to Ishgard. Well, just you be careful, alright? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news of our lost friends. If anyone can find them, it is you, Tataru. Farewell for now. Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Alphino. I made it specially. No, I couldn't possibly. Very well. It suits you, sir. By the 12, it fits perfectly. And the quality is actually rather good. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. My thanks, Tataru. Whatever else awaits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. 'Twas the least I could do. Now I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. Bum. 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 Alright, to Estinian. Which I don't remember where he said he's gonna be. Okay. Wait. definitely don't take that teleport. That's 100 gil. Well, we can just go to the forgot. Oh, I should have gone to the Sky Steel Manufactory. Again, I did that in the video that we recorded too. Bum 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 bum. Wrong person. This new attire will serve me well in the bitter cold of Coerthas. I shall have to thank Tataru properly upon our return. You have said your farewells then. Aye, we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin our search for Lady Iceheart without delay. Very well, but she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? In the absence of any fresh intelligence on Izael's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she was encountered last, the Coerthas Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwald, was it? As the commander of Falcon's Nest, it is like that he will know if any heretic activity has been reported in the area. I actually think it might be a little quicker for us to talk to this Chukabuki. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a Chocobo porter? It's gonna be actually quicker if we just teleport. So fuck it. Let's just teleport. We'll pay the 100 gil instead of the 5. Bum 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 bum. Well, well, Mr. Initari, what brings you back to Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon I know, of course, but I do not believe I have met this young gentleman. Alfino Levier, sir, at your service, and you are not mistaken as to the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwald. As I am sure you are aware, the Observatorium has warned that the Javanians gather for another assault. We believe there may yet be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus have we come to Falcon's Nest in the hope of acquiring the latest intelligence on the heretics' movements. I see. Then you would be best served by speaking directly to my men. A patrol is due to return from the sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Gogane Mills. 'Tis possible they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Mistress Initari knows well the place I speak of, for it was she who discovered it. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay and await the return of the patrol, while the two of you visit this refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of our time. Come, Morrighan. I am eager to see what Sir Redwald's men have found in the heretic's lair. What was I gonna do? Found one in the wild, and we've gotten one of the ether currents from the quests. $939 yalms to the northwest. Okay. I'm gonna ignore the deep eye. $837 yalms to the northwest. $752 yalms to the west. So it's somewhere way that way. "535 yalms to the north now. We're to a different one. We're closer to a different one." Oh, excuse me. I bet you the one we were looking at, finding, was this one right here. Expedition Leader. "Mistress Initari, our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale there. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters than we were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. 'Twould seem the heretics foresaw our coming, and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, Morrighan." But do. Oh dear. The creature took me by surprise. Forgive me, and until my hand stops shaking, I fear I shall prove more a hindrance than a help. Pray go on ahead, and when you are certain that the rest of these things have been slain, notify the expedition leader that it is safe to return. Okay. Easily enough. The beasts are slain, then. My thanks, Mr. Initari. We may return to our duties without fear of a mauling. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is that so? The records we discovered ere these beasts mauled my comrades appeared to be some manner of correspondence. We had not the luxury of perusing their contents more closely, intent as we were on surviving an onslaught of fang and claw, but I'd wager these epistles contain more than friendly salutations betwixt lonely heretics. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divine some clue from these letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. 'Tis hardly a choice at all. Have you recovered much of the heretics' correspondence? Splendid. Added to the contributions from Master Levieur and Sir Estinian, we now have more than a dozen letters. What have we here, then? Every one of these pages is a record of the dealings betwixt the Gorgane Mills heretics and their fellows in Afar Amphitheater. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned. The Akafa Amphitheater, the very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of a treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Moonbreed had succeeded in recreating the Akafa beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant aetherite would only be temporarily viable. But given that the heretics of Gorgane Mills seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, I'll wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the aetherite within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I am wrong, Estinian, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the aetherite from this side of the wall? It should. House Durandare posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. How do we get out? "924 yards to the southwest," and we're just heading like straightly south. Okay, it's below us. Ah, an instance. Ah, the guests of House Photoms, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Assuming the Akafa beacon still functions, and we must pray to the 12 it does, we shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Oh, this is Alphino now, my bad. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Dogs of Ishgard, is it not enough that you banished our beloved saint? Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons. We come under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we might broker a peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It will take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They gave us little choice. Come, brothers, may dragon wings bear us to victory. let's take care of the cane-wielding one first.
Your guard is down.
By the Fury, they partake of the blood of dragons. Oh shit. 7 hells! Can dragon blood truly bring about such a transformation? Should not have come here, Ish Guardians. Somewhere out there is supposed to be a snowman. Oh, there he is. He's, right there. Waving at us, letting us know, like, hey, I'm out here. You are fortunate indeed. Behold the true power of our faith. 12 for Fend.
Focus. Release.
Know your folly.
What? You said folly, Estinian? Do you know folly? I need you to know folly, please. I'm looking for my sister. That is my character's backstory. She is looking for her sister, Folly. Uh-oh. I was bound. Ow. There we go. Where's Snowman? They fight like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. Oof. I see no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we could have questioned one of them. What would you have asked that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await us, 'tis certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten us, Estinian. I suspect it is the heretics' way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years ago, 'tis told that the Azure Dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders began to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to this ashen isle. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the frozen beast, however, there is another place I would visit first. I am told the convictors have set up camp in Twin Pools. Their leader, Jantalot, may have information of use to us. Ah, but mayhap you are not familiar with that name either. The convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion, but I'm willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these convictors, then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. 932 yalms to the west. I should probably stop just clicking it every 2 seconds. Let's at least wait until we're past the bridge, and we'll see what it says from there. "676 yalms to the west." The problem is, it doesn't say whether it's above or below you. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo porter? Ah, do not tell me this is your first visit to the spot. Hey, is that it? I think that's it. Where's the last one going to be? 478 yalms to the northwest. Okay. Well, well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I'll give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? Be not so quick to judge. I've seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... By the Fury! That armor! That lance! The Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp! Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Gentilo, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? We're looking for Lady Iceheart. Have you had any run-ins with the heretics of recent? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? Aye, I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Morrighan, Estinian, let us make our way through the camp and see what information there is to be had. I remember you. How could I forget? You're the lass who was in the Azure Dragoon's company. Since you are here anyway, perhaps you might like to try your hand at a spot of hunting before you depart. See for yourself what life is like for us convictors. The Dravanian horde is stronger than you might expect. Unless you've been at this for years, like I have, I think it prudent to start with something simple, and then work your way up to dragons. I suggest rooms. Slay 3 of them, then come back here. Consider it a warm-up. Cowards! All of you! Have you no shame at all? Oh, I beg your... Wait, are you not Mistress Initari? Honored ward of House Fulton? Praise alone! Surely you will consider my request. Know you the Dusk Vigil, westernmost of the Citadel watchtowers, built to warn of the horde's approach. 'Twas lost following the calamity, another victim of the snows. Within the ruins lies a priceless treasure which must needs be reclaimed. I thought to enlist the services of these so-called dragon slayers, but it seems their courage is not as boundless as they would have you believe. But you, madam, you are not one to shy away from danger, am I right? Very good indeed. There is a sculpture of the Fury within the Dusk Vigil's chapel. An ice rondel is set in its helms. I would have you prize it free and deliver it to me. The vigil is not difficult to find. Simply head north towards Banepool until you come to the gates. Knights may bar your passage, but should you explain who you are, they will grant you leave to enter. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics here while out hunting. Pray speak with as many as you can, Morrighan. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Redmo, Vermont, and Botany that waters into camp and out of camp? Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea why a heretic could pass under my very nose and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear lady, the big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother Periette or someone? I've enough trouble keeping up these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Okay. Something I can help you with, my lady? Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If you please, my lord, I'm Periette, a soldier by trade, though not much of one, if I'm honest. If it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, you see. No, it was by order of Sir Jantelot's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of lowborn lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how unfair it all is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks. Apparently, send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then, I am minded to start a fire. Alright, we're going to take a short break so I can go to the bathroom before we pick up this next quest. So we will be right back. Alright, we are back. I do have food, so I will be eating, but... Want to help out, do you? Well, there's plenty that needs doing, and killing besides. I'm sure you've noticed the dragons aren't the only things we have to contend with out here. Take the polar bears, for example. They come here looking for an easy meal, drawn by the smell of our cook fires, and then raid our stores. Think you could thin their numbers a little? Killing 4 or so of them should suffice. You'd be compensated for your troubles, of course. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some sort, are you not, Morrighan? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alfino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. It will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Okay. Sorry. Oh, there's a room right there. Another polar bear over there, because we're going to need 2 more. Oh, they're both right there. Perfect. Mistake. Oh god, that was a mistake. Don't pick a fight when your health is so low. Okay. We're gonna go this way first. So we can get started on that dungeon. What's this? A ward of House Phantoms wishes to enter the Dusk Vigil. You are aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts and gods only knows what else, right? Why, just the other day, one of the convictors claimed to have seen a massive winged beast. Not a dragon, mind, but something altogether different. But far be it from me to deny any esteemed personage the opportunity to kill herself in new and exciting ways. Pray go on ahead. Oh, the durability of one or more... Fuck. Is there gonna be a mender back at the camp? No. Fuck. Alright. Guess we're going back to Falcon's Nest. I didn't realize that one of my gear might be low on durability. But we can't be having that. Okay. Now, though, we can go duty. Actually, maybe this will work out for the best. Because this will put us on our way. Maybe it'll pop like when we're coming right by the village, so then we can turn all 3 of these quests in at the village. Ignore me, polar bear. Slain those rooms already, have you? How did you find them? Did they put up much of a fight? Good work, lass. Clearly the Zundergrin doesn't travel with mere amateurs. It sounds like those rooms barely put up enough of a fight to be considered a proper warm-up. You clearly know what you're doing. If you want to try your hand at hunting down some dragons, speak with me again sometime. Well, you're certainly more reliable than any lordling I've ever seen. You've only got eyes for dragons. They've only got eyes for dragons, even though I tell them time and time again that if no one sees to those bears, there'll be nary a scrap to eat. But do they listen? I dare say everyone around here could stand to be a little more like you. Well, I said you'd be compensated, and I'm true to my word. I trust you'll consider this fair remuneration for your efforts. Oh, I will take some bacon bread. Come on. Come on, dungeon. Let's go. I'm gonna wander all the way out here. Start the cutscene. And then the dungeon's gonna pop. Like I already know that is what is going to happen. They can handle it. Oh no! Run away! Run away! I've made multiple gelatos angry. Oh hey, there's the ether current. Okay. Coerthas, the Dusk Vigil. Oh god. Okay, first boss. Can't stun it. I'm trying. This is a fun pull. What is our... Reaper doing? They're always so far behind. Lord Commander's seat. Slay Sir Yolholmeric. Ow. Hey, we leveled up. I don't like that fight. I do not like that fight at all. But no deaths, so Ice Trap is freaking annoying. There we go. The temperature rises, melting the ice. I think we learned that mechanic. I think we did it. We're to the final boss. No one died. In all fairness, the dungeon run was pretty clean. Pretty clean and pretty easy. Mapping the realm. Dusk Vigil. There's the stone we need. Alright. kind of annoyed that they couldn't wait for me to finish my cutscene. Okay. Let's release the stance. We'll turn in this quest. We'll go back to the camp to turn in the other quest. And then we'll fly. 'Twould seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alfino. His must have been a privileged upbringing. Have you the hides we need? I do, actually, I do. Here you go.
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
Yes, you should have. One of my favorite characters.
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
Tell me why. We wished to speak with you.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion.
It's a good notion.
If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest.
Ah, but we don't. So,
Shall I
enlighten
relate
us.
it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of Coerthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Coerthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Heavensward in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither.
Dun dun dun.
Such melancholy musings plagued Heavensward, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Heavensward ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted.
Damn.
Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Bum bum bum.
Good gods.
And that's all you got, Alphino?
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I do.
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
There's an idea, Alphino. One that I can get behind.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him.
Believe, Lady Iceheart. Believe. You must.
Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Uh-oh. Oh! We've earned one back. The Shiva Crystal.
Is aught amiss, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
Of course it will. You watch yourself. It will always be enough, Nidhogg. Sorry, Midgard Zormer. Let's at least pick the quest up. You are Morrighan, yes? Pray address me as Azael if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that fate should bring us together thus? Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Javonia, then? The chill of the Western Highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. No, don't return. What are you doing? Sorry. Tis time we returned to turn in this quest and then fly north to Javonia. So what I'm going to try and do with each of these streams and the videos that I do for YouTube, for straight to YouTube, is one like area per stream / per video. So basically we're about to end, I don't want to say we're about to end stream, but we're going to head into the next area. So we're going to get to that Aetherite, and then I'm going to do the however many of the warrior quests I can do to finish up stream. Do you have it, Mistress Morrighan? I do, it's right there. Yes, there is no mistaking it. At last, it is ours once more. My parents presented this sapphire to me on my wedding day, as my wife and I presented it to Yulhamric on his. One day, they would do the same for their son. But for that disgrace of an inquisitor, suspicious of heresy, what rot! He knew what he wanted from the start. By the time I secured her release, they had interrogated her for days. She was a shadow of her former self. But the final result, the final twisting of the knife, was when my son took command at the dusk vigil and found the ice rondel to be the centerpiece of the newly commissioned sculpture of the Fury. He couldn't prove it was the selfsame one which had vanished, but oh, he knew. But no more, no more! It is back with the family, where it belongs. It is, admittedly, hollow comfort. Yet in my waning years, I must accept what little can be had. Yes, we can fly! And fly we shall. Oh, I need to open up my little wind-up Alfino. Salt. Free.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers, and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes. They came.
I don't know why I'm singing Pokemon now, I'm sorry. I should shut up while the cutscene's going. Okay. Pop the compass. Oh, I can see it! It's literally right there! Ah. What do you got for me, Azael? We now stand on the threshold of Javonia. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest's branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead, and see that we are properly provisioned? There is a village here, but I thought these lands the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marhachamp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Only to this ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. Is it on the tree? Okay, it is. Cool. Cool. 535 yalms to the southwest. Why did I do that? I meant to click this. To the northwest is now where the next one is. Well, that's the amount you get for collecting all the Heavensward extremes. Okay, it's not in here. So I think we're gonna wait to turn this quest in when we do either the next video or the next stream of this. But we're gonna do the God damn it. The warrior tribe. I can hardly forget the size of the beast I saw that day. I was tracking a chocobo around the 100 throws when I spotted a bear nearly big as a house, drinking its fill from the waters. I didn't dare get any closer, and went home from that day's hunt empty-handed. We should totally also, before we forget, attune to this etherite. And then we can go talk to Remiclon. Ask any hunter around here about the grizzlies of the Abalathia spine, and they'll like to tell you the same thing. If you see one, run. Priorfy. You are right full if you're thinking of going after one of those massive beasts alone. Best bring about a dozen friends along if you want to come back in one piece. If you've got them in, then I've heard of the hunting parties using Wilhelm salmon to draw them out. If you head up the Wilhelm River, you'll like to find a few that died during the salmon run. Alright then, let's head north up the river. 237 yalms to the north? Hell yeah. Oh, hey! It's like right where... almost right where I need to be anyway. Hell yeah. Continue farther to the north. Trying to not anger the grizzly that's right behind this one. Just because I'd rather not deal with it. Alright. Back to Camp Bronze Lake. Turn in this quest. Stop it. And then I guess we can pick up the 56 one and see where that one goes. And where that one will take us. Because if we can do it, we might as well. Ah, Morrighan, welcome back. My brother and Whiskade were just telling me of the Maelstrom's success in Lanosha. Oi! The kobolds scattered as frightened mice before our wrath. I dare say they'll think twice before setting foot on Lomenzen soil again. Morrighan, as eager as I am to hear of your journey to Abalathia's spine, I can't afford to waste any more time away from my training. The kobolds may be licking their wounds for now, but they'll be back, and in greater numbers till next we meet. Curious George has acted in high spirits since our return from Limsa Lomensa, but his bravado scarcely hides the truth. What he said was true. Our operations against the kobolds were a resounding success. However, troops that fought alongside him say that Curious George was noticeably shaken during the battle, as if afraid the tide would turn at a moment's notice. But it was not fear of the kobolds that caused his axe to waver. He still fears his own inner beast. As long as this fear has a hold on him in the battle, then there is little hope that he will grow as a warrior. The kobolds become bolder with each passing day, and the Maelstrom forces are spread too thin. Maelstrom Command is desperately seeking ways to supplement its flagging troops. They are considering bolstering fighting strength by training troops in warrior techniques. So Curious George's capabilities have come under special scrutiny. However, if fear continues to hold him back, I doubt he'll manage to impress anyone. Once again, we are left wanting for a means to tame the inner beast. Morrighan, was there not learned from your journey to the Dravanian forelands that could be of aid? Ah, and in the same manner as before, the memories of battle have roused the inner beast. So my theory was correct. The key to mastery lies in the heat of conflict. Just as the tomes say, only victory against a worthy opponent can temper the inner beast. Morrighan, your growth as a warrior has given us valuable insight into the true nature of the inner beast. However, there is still much that remains shrouded in mystery. And there's still the question of what exactly sets Morrighan apart from your brother. Indeed, the tools to tame the beast within are hidden somewhere. I just have yet to find them. Morrighan, continue with your training while I return to the tombs. A solution will present itself soon enough. Fellcleave, again and again and again. Recollection of past battles rouses your inner beast. Because it's right there. Morrighan, you couldn't have come at a better time. Whiskate has just arrived and looks eager to speak with you. Ah, Morrighan, just the warrior I wanted to see. The nation of Limsa Lomensa is in dire need of your aid. The Maelstrom is short-handed and the beast tribe's attacks only grow more ferocious. I'm here searching for skilled fighters, and there aren't many more skilled than you. As you know, my brother has already answered the call, helping the Maelstrom defend from the relentless kobold assaults. Kobolds aren't the only thorn in our sides. Pirates serving the Sahagin have been pillaging along the coast of Lanosha. That's why we need your axe, Morrighan. They may be mere pirates, but their blades cut as deep as any I've seen. Limsa Lomensa will be grateful to have your prowess on their side. Once you've made your preparations, hurry to Ailport and speak with the storm captain on duty for the details of the mission. Okay? Let's get raw intuition because that is an amazing ability. Bam, ba ba da bam, bam, bam. Bam, ba da da bam, bam, ba da dum. Adventurer, the Maelstrom thanks you for your aid. A band of pirates flying the flag of the Serpent Reavers has landed ashore the Isles of Umbra, and all reports indicate they plan to use that as a foothold to attack Aleport. Our walls only defend from inland assaults. I shudder to think of what might happen were the pirates to bombard us with cannons from the sea. Our course of action has been decided. We will take the fight to them before they have a chance to mount an offensive. Our rendezvous point is at the Isles of Umbra. The pirates shall not weather the wrath of the Maelstrom. So you're the one Whiskey had sent. He said much for your prowess. I look forward to seeing you in the fray. To the Isles of Umbra. Good. Now that our troops are gathered, we shall move out at once. Our objective is to slay the pirate captain. Without a head to lead them, the Serpent Reavers will scuttle back to their moldy ships. However, the task ahead of us should not be taken lightly. Reports tell of a fearsome beast under the captain's thrall. Take care not to let your guard down, lest you become the beast's next meal. Bro, I'ma be fine. Don't you worry. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Fight back before we're overwhelmed. The pirates attacked as if possessed. Think the 12 your axe cut them down. We shall press forward for Aleport. Okay. Pressing forward. Probably took me more time to... The main camp will soon be within our sights. I'll protect the wounded, Morrighan. Give the pirates a taste of your steel. The pirates think they have strength in numbers, but a storm captain is worth a dozen of them. We shall leave the wounded to recover here. Morrighan, to me! Stop! Stop the Serpent Reavers? Ha ha ha! If you're hell's bent on trying, it's been a long time since me pup had fresh corpses to feast on. Sorry, bud, but your pup is gone. Such fine axemanship I've never seen. However, now is not the time to now is not the time to dally about in awe. This place fills me with foreboding. Let us meet again at Aleport. You got it, bud. Let us go to Aleport. Oh, sweet. Teleport? I'll take the free thing, not have to fly. Morrighan, now that we are safely out of those cursed isles, I would like to thank you for your aid once again. Without the courage your fighting spirit bestowed upon us, we would have been overwhelmed. The Maelstrom is honored to count you amongst our allies. The captain speaks for us all. Your ferocity inspired us to carry on in the face of the pirate onslaught. What drove you to fight with such fury? I have an inner beast, and it must be fed. And here I thought the axe was just for killing, but instead you wielded it in our defense, and your will to protect us gave you the strength to surpass the limits of your mind and body. 7 hells, I've been fighting all wrong. I've seen nary a battle so fierce, or a protector more stalwart. Morrighan, I would like to hear more of our skirmish from your eyes. After you have recovered from the fight, pray, speak to me again. Yeah! Let us acquire raw intuition. Recollection of past battles rouses your inner beast, resonating with the runes upon the soulstone. Ooh. It would seem our battle with the Serpent Reavers bestowed upon you yet another technique of Eld. My comrades and I, as well, will not soon forget the ferocity with which you protected our lives this day. I shall return to Maelstrom Command and inform them of our success. I look forward to the day we fight side by side once more. The lessons learned from your example will serve to aid me in countless battles to come. No doubt Whiskiat and the others are eager to hear back from you. Give that old marauder my regards. Speak with Broken Mountain. Speak with him I shall. I don't know why it keeps teleporting me to the same side. Ah, Morrighan, I knew the Serpent Reavers would fall swiftly before your axe. Did you learn aught from the skirmish that might be of aid? I did not expect such feeble opponents to wake the beast from its slumber, but it seems your conviction to safeguard your comrades had much the same effect as pitting yourself against the bears of Abalathia's spine. Morrighan, this information may prove to be invaluable. Within your story likely lies the key to overcoming my brother's struggle. Speaking of which, my brother suffered injuries in a clash with the kobolds, and has come here to nurse his wounds as I did. It would please him to see an old friend such as you. Pray speak with him, for an exchange of battle stories may serve to lift his spirits. Alright, but are we actually going to speak? Or is he going to fight me? Because I don't want to fight. Ah, Morrighan, I'm joyed to see you come through your battle with the pirates unscathed. If only I could say the same. I've been ordered to rest here until the wounds I suffered in our fight against the kobolds heal. According to the unit's report, the kobolds unleashed a new type of explosive on the Maelstrom troops. George valiantly threw himself upon it before detonation, shielding his allies from the worst of the blast. The new bomb had a destructive force unseen in the kobolds' primitive explosives. That my brother is still standing before us is no small miracle. Truth be told, my wounds are barely severe enough to warrant sending me here. The moment I saw the bomb, I knew I couldn't let my comrades come to harm, and leapt upon it as if by instinct. I remember nothing after that. Morrighan has a similar story to tell. The Serpent Reavers almost overwhelmed the Maelstrom troops, but she remained undaunted in their defense, awakening the inner beast with a ferocity unseen before. You both poured your energy not into defeating your foes, but protecting your allies. Could this be the secret to taming the throes of the beast within? If so, that means, brother, you have finally brought your inner beast to heel. What? But I didn't feel the beast taking hold. This theory must needs be tested. Brother, once your wounds have healed, it would serve you best to let go of the worry keeping you from unleashing your full strength. Swing your axe unbridled by fear. But what if I succumb to the beast's call again? My training has only made me stronger. If I lose control, it could be worse than in Wineport. Now is not the time for doubt. Your allies, nay your friends, will be by your side. They will ensure none are harmed should the worst come to pass. I know your theory demands that I fight without hesitation, but please, I must think on this. Aye, we should let Curious George's wounds heal before we demand anything more from him. Rest well, my friend. We'll return before long. Morrighan, there is more I would speak with you about. Pray visit me when you are ready. To rouse the inner beast with fierce battle, and tame it by resolving to fiercely defending your allies. This theory could serve us better than aimlessly scouring the ancient tomes, but my brother still fears the consequences should he lose control. If indeed his fear should come to pass, you must be ready to stop him as you have before. Morrighan, prepare your axe for our next battle. Perfect! Well, let's go back to Tailfeather, where we shall find a place to sit, because there should be plenty of places to sit. I don't want to sit in that. We'll sit across from the person we're supposed to turn the quest into. But thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope you had a good time. I did. I have videos that are being uploaded to YouTube that are not just streams. They're separate videos entirely. That's where part 2 of Morrighan's adventure in Heavensward is. But thanks for hanging out. Have a good weekend. We'll probably be back Monday. And I'll talk to you all soon. Have a good one.